Hello everyone and welcome back to another USMLE 101 video. First of all, I wanted to apologize because I did not upload videos for such a long time, but this is out of my hand. I am busy with the exams and with the studying and everything, but I do try my best to upload videos as much as I can and as often as I can. So here we go. And this video, from the title, you can know that it is related to the day before the exam and the actual day of the exam and how to behave and what you expect. And this is kind of like a continuation of my experience with the step one. I'm gonna link the video right here if you would like to watch it, to know exactly what I did for step one and how I got to the point where I took the exam. And now this is kind of like part two of the video where I tell you exactly how I behaved and what I did exactly and what I brought with me to the exam day. I think it worked for me. So without further ado, let's just get started. So first off, we're gonna start with the day before the exam. There are two things that I need to stress on this day. The first is relax. You really need to relax before the exam. And the second is get enough sleep. If you do those two things, you're done. I mean, this is really good. You have done really well on the day before the exam and you're ready for the exam. Otherwise, I think if you want to do whatever you want to accomplish those two things, that's fine. For me, what I did is that I did not do any studying. I did not get any materials with me at all. I didn't just have like my cell phone and some clothes and stuff like that, but that's it. I did not open any books or anything like that, which was fine by me at all time. I also saw a movie, went for a walk and so on, and that was perfect. I also slept for at least, I would recommend at least 8 hours, but if you can sleep for like 10 hours, that would be really good. I slept for like 9 hours, I think, which is really good for me, and I was happy with that. I was refreshed in the morning, I was ready to go, and I was ready for the exam. There is one thing that I forgot to mention is that 2 or 3 weeks before the exam, what I did is that I called the exam center. That's really important to do, actually, just to confirm that you have booked your exam and everything is fine, and there is nothing out of the ordinary that's going to happen or anything wrong with the test center, and you're just confirming your appointment, and this is going to assure you. The second is that if you are away from the test center for like 2 hours or so, I highly recommend that you would book a place close to the exam. I booked a place that is just a walking distance from the exam center, and I booked it for 1 day just before the exam, and it was perfect. So you don't have to stress out in the morning that you have to get up early and go to the exam center like 2 hours early so you would catch the traffic and so on. You do not want to worry about that. You just want to go to the exam and just work and focus on getting the right answers. So this is a really good piece of advice. Also, if you have a partner or someone who's studying with you, in taking the test on the exam day, it would be really nice to have him with you in the book the room together and just experience everything together. That would help a lot. It will help you stay relaxed and so on. Or if you have a friend in general who's not taking an exam, a spouse or whatever, that would be really good as well to have with you, and you can celebrate after you're done with the exam with him or her. And that's it. That's the day before the exam. Oh, also, really important part is nutrition. You really need to eat healthy food right before the exam. You do not want to eat something that will get you sick or maybe give you a diarrhea or whatever. Do not eat from fishy places or anything like that. Just make sure that what you're eating is healthy. It is maybe a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and stay away from really fatty food or maybe fast food or anything like that. Just at least try as hard as you can to stay healthy on that day. That's really important. You want to be on the top shape in the morning. Yeah, so that's the day before the exam. Now, the exam day itself. First off, let's talk about when does the exam start. It starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, and for step one it takes 7 blocks, so you're probably going to be finished around 5 p.m. and step 2 CK, I think it's 6 p.m. Some people have a late start or some start in the afternoon, but this is just what I did. I had a morning appointment, and I highly recommend that you would take the morning appointment because you basically will perform better in the morning. That's for me. I mean, maybe some people do better in the afternoon, but for me, it is in the morning. That's a lot better. So that's the time of arrival that the time the exam starts. So the time of arrival has to be 30 minutes before the exam. So you have to be there at 8:30 in the morning. Why? Because there are a lot of stuff that happens before the exam. They take the ID, scheduling permit, and they kind of like scan you and stuff like that, and that takes time, and you do not want to be late in that. Some people, it's okay sometimes if they're late a little bit, but I highly recommend that you wouldn't be late. You do not want to have this on your mind. You just need to eliminate everything that would keep you occupied unless it has to do with the actual exam itself. So you would get the correct answers. I also recommend that you would not arrive earlier than 8:30 because you're going to stay there and you're not going to do anything at all. It's just going to stress you out a little bit more than you should, and it just doesn't really make any sense. So 8:30 sharp is a really good thing to do. So if you are going to be 8:30 sharp there, you should get up at least 1 hour before, shower, get a breakfast that is healthy, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. If you are a heavy caffeine user or if you are addicted to caffeine at any point, it really is good advice to stick to your routine. So if you get a morning coffee like I do always, get a morning coffee. That's really important. I mean, you do not want to be having like a caffeine withdrawal or you need caffeine within the exam. You just do not need to have that. So stick to your routine. If you do not drink coffee at all, I highly recommend that you do not drink coffee on the exam day. So caffeine overdose is not really good at all. It's going to make you, work a little bit faster, of course, but you're going to crash in the end. So do not do that. If you are addicted to caffeine, take it. If not, just do not take it. Stick to your own routine, whatever it is. Now let's talk about what you need to bring with you on the exam day. What you need first and most importantly is your ID. You need to have like your passport or your national ID or whatever, and it has to have your name exactly as it is in the ECFMG records. Second, you have to get your scheduling permit, and I cannot stress how much it is important to have your scheduling permit. Make a photocopy, make a copy on your cell phone, and just have it with you. Please make sure that you do have your scheduling permit. I have a friend who did not get the scheduling permit with you, and he had to go back, get it, and then come back late, and he stayed for like an hour later, and it was a mess, and it made him not focus on the exam. That's really not that something that what you want to happen. So your ID and your scheduling permit, those are the papers that you need to get. Second, you're gonna have to prepare like a bag that is like this size with you. Preferably it shouldn't be like a really big bag because you're gonna have a little locker. They give you a locker that you can put your stuff in, and you do not have a big space in most spaces. At least my experience in the place that the test center that I used, they do not have a big space for you. So basically it's just a bag this size, and you do not need anything bigger at all. So just this size, it's gonna fit everything that you need. So what you need to get with you, first you're gonna need to get food with you because you're going to have a long time in the center, a test center, and you need to eat. Also, you're gonna have to have water and maybe a fruit juice. That would be really good because you want to stay hydrated. So what kind of food? You would prefer that you would get like natural foods like fruits and vegetables. If you can, bananas are a really good option. What I took with me exactly is bananas. I took dates. They have high sugar content, and at the same time, they're not gonna make you, have like a sugar rush or anything like that would make you crash at the end. So it really is good, and it will make you stay healthy. Also, fruit juice, that was really good. It has sugars in it, and it also has some, will keep you hydrated. Water is really important, keeps you hydrated as well. You want to keep hydrating yourself during the exam. You do not want to be overhydrated, so you go to the bathroom a lot. And at the same time, you do not want to restrict your water, so you wouldn't be able to focus really well, especially at the end. So that's what I got. Some people would take some chocolate. really good, no problem with that. But if you're going to have something that has a lot of saturated or have a lot of like fat, like sandwiches, or maybe if you want to get like an energy bar, I mean that's fine. You just don't get something that has like really high sugar value or a lot of calories or any. That doesn't really make any sense. Do they take any sodas or Coke or anything like that? That's unhealthy. Just do not use it. Doesn't help at all. So that's what I got. Now, finally, things that you do not need to get with you. You do not need your cell phone. You do not need any watches. You do not need any jewelry with you. They're not gonna let you in with those things. So they're just gonna take it and put it in the locker. So it doesn't really make any sense to use it. Not even a watch. They do have a clock in there that you can check. So yeah. What to expect first is that they're going to give you a designated locker that you can put your stuff in. They're going to search you really, really, really well. And I think they have even strict rules now than the time I actually took the exam. You have to take your glasses off if you do have glasses. They're gonna search your pockets. They're gonna make you stand still, and then they're gonna like frisk you. That's really important. I mean, they're going to do that every single time you actually have to go in the exam center or even out of the exam center or the designated exam area in the center. So make sure that you know that exactly. Make sure that you count those minutes that they are going to take during the exam. If you're going out of the designated exam area to take a break or something like that, because this is going to count. So you make sure that there are a couple of minutes that they're going to take. They are quick. I mean, just a minute or maybe a minute and a half maximum. But just make sure that you know that they are going to take those minutes, and you do not want to overstep on your time for break. Now, mentioning the break time is really important. How are you going to divide your break? That was really good strategy for me, and I'm going to share it with you. You can do whatever you want. It depends on your preference, but I think this strategy is really good, and it works really well for me. What I did is that I did the first block. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be really hard. You are going to be panicking, and that's normal. Just stay calm, take a deep breath, and just go through the exam or the first block. It's going to be fine. Just go through it, power through it, and you're gonna be fine. The second block, I started like 3 minutes after the first one. So I took the first block. I took 3 minutes just staying in my place. I did not do anything. I did not go outside or anything like that. I stayed for 3 minutes in my place just to take a deep breath, just to calm myself. This is really important. And then I started the second one. I felt a lot better. On the second one, I felt a little bit confident, and I powered through it really well. And then I took 7 minutes of break time. I also stayed in my place, maybe stretched a little bit. I did not go outside for 7 minutes because I counted that there would be like 4 minutes going in and out, and I only have 3 minutes outside. I do not need those 3 minutes at all. And after the third block, I took a 10 minutes break, and this is where I went outside. I took a quick water, and I went to the bathroom. Every time I go outside, I go to the bathroom, even though I do not need it, but just in case. And this helps you a lot, and you do not need to be going to the bathroom inside the exam center or the exam area. So the 10 minutes break, so I took 3 minutes after the first, 7 minutes after the second, 10 minutes after the third, and this is what I got, like a little bite of a banana and the water, and went to the bathroom. And then I came back. I took the fourth, and I took then a 15 minutes break, and this is an extended break. I took that just to take some extra food and maybe some water and stuff like that. I went to pray also, and I went to the bathroom again, just relaxed for a little bit, and then came back. And at that time I had like 3 blocks left, which is the 5th, 6th, and 7th. The 5th block I took, and then I took a break of 5 minutes again, seated and in my place and stretching and so on, and just relaxing for a little bit. And then I took the 6th, and I took like a 10 minutes break right after, and this was the last break. Like whatever break is left, just take it, because this is the last one. And then finally I took the 7th block and went home. So if you add those up, you're gonna have like 15 minutes of break, and essentially you have like 45 minutes of break time, but you can extend those to like 1 hour or maybe 50 or 55, because you can skip the tutorial, because most of us know if you have done like UWorld and so on, you can skip the tutorial. But I highly recommend that you do not skip it completely. Just test the screen and test everything first, that you can do everything, and also test the headphones, which is really important. You need to test the headphones. If they work, that's fine. If they do not, just raise your hand and people will come to you and help you with anything that you need if you raise your hand. Also on the exam, just a little teeny tiny things. On the exam, they give you like a sheet that you can write on it, and erase stuff and so on, and some pencils, or I think like a marker or anything like that that you can write down. You do not take it with you home; it just stays there. Also, the seats are comfortable. They also give you some like kind of like headphones that erase any noise. I highly recommend that you use it. Really good. They help you to just stay focused and minimize the noise, because you're gonna see some noise, and some people, coughing. Some people are clicking the mouse and so on. So that takes time. And that's it. After you're done, they are going to give you a paper that really is an important paper that says that you took the exam. Keep this paper with you. This is really important. It's proof that you have taken the exam, and you might need it at a later point. And that's it. After you're done, please go home, celebrate, do whatever you want. You have done an amazing job. You studied for such a long time, such a hard journey, and you deserve to celebrate whatever happens. Do not worry if you've done really bad. I felt that I did really, really bad at the exam, and I thought that I might even fail, but I got a good score and things went on, and most people say the same exact thing. You can wait like 3 weeks, I think, for most people, and you're gonna get your results. And I really hope that it is an awesome result and something that you will be satisfied with and will help you match at the end. Thank you for watching, and this has been my journey with the USMLE Step 1. I will keep uploading helping videos as much as I can, but I'm a little busy at this time. We have reached like 700 subscribers now, or even more, and I thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I thank everyone who has liked or shared those videos, and thank you very much. Keep helping others by sharing the video, or maybe doing something similar like I do. That's been it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye bye.